There is a discount code in this video, so if you come in and say the code, you get a discount on your fish and most other stuff. It also works online, so if you go to aquariums.com, you can get this. Yeah. And welcome back to another unboxing. I am Paul. This is Aquarium. We have two awesome shipments of fish in this video. First shipment, we got some really cool fish. Look at that. That is a boxfish. It's a saltwater fish. It's a box. It's yellow. It's got dots, black dots. You can see it's black dots. They produce a neurotoxin that can kill themselves and everything else in the tank if they get stressed. We have one. Just for our display tank, because we're still not selling marine stuff, but we're getting back into it. You'll see that fish somewhere in here. And a few other awesome fish. We're going to start with the first bag. And these are awesome fish as well. These we have never had before. They are shining Tetras. Very cool. I think they get about 4 or 5 centimeters. They are from South America, like a billion other different types of Tetras. Community water, slightly low pH. Like most South American fish, but they are a very interesting looking Tetra. If you want something a little bit different, we finally have something cool that's different. Not that boxfish aren't cool and different, because they are. We have more Tetras from South America. So we have the white version of the black widow Tetra or black skirt Tetra, depending on where you live in the wild. They are a really nice schooling fish. You get about 50-cent piece size. You want a group of most of the Tetras, so a group of 5 or 6 or so is perfect for them. And we have fish from India. These are the Lurus barbs. The Lurus barbs are pretty awesome fish. They will get a decent size, so about that 15 centimeter sort of size. Very colorful. They are a decent big schooling fish if you want something with sort of Central American cichlids, smaller South American cichlids. They'll be fine with bigger fish, but not obviously Oscars and stuff like that that can still inhale these. Or if you just want some decent sized fish for like a 4-foot tank or bigger, these are super cool. And there might be a couple of different types of barbs in this box as well. I got it right, it's a box and not bag. Oh look, there's some different barbs. So we got your black 2-spot barbs again, or your filament barbs. They get big, impressive, really nice fish. As they mature, they get more and more color to them. Again, another really cool schooling fish if you want bigger fish with rainbow fish and stuff. They will get big enough to eat neons and smaller fish like that, so you don't want to mix them with tiny little fish. Like neon Tetras. Wow. We have neon Tetras. I think there's a couple of bags of neon Tetras. They are blue, they are white-bellied. They are white-bellied with red on them. White-bellied? Yes, they do have white bellies. I was thinking they had a red belly, but they don't. That's a cardinal. There may be cardinals in here too. Very cool schooling fish. You want a group of them. Super peaceful, perfect for planted tanks. South American again. That looks, oh no, wasn't all in that box. We have Autosyn catfish. Very awesome, peaceful community schooling suckerfish. That was a lot of words, wasn't it? Eat algae off plants. They won't eat plants unless the plant's dead or dying. But they are one of the smaller, easier to get suckerfish. They are tropical from South America. Very awesome. They are back in. That was box number 1. Go to box number 2. Box number 2. Look at that. Oh, look at it. It's like an alien. Have you ever seen something as weird as a boxfish? So hopefully this guy will go okay in our marine system. We have upgraded our tanks. We've got all sorts of stuff going in there at the moment. They are not an easy fish to get eating, but once they're eating, they're generally okay. Obviously, all boxfish are wild caught from the ocean. Not easy to look after, as I said. But we'll see how he goes. Hopefully, as you can see on the screen, he will just chill around and enjoy. Very cool fish. They will get quite big. They get about 25 centimeters or maybe a little bit bigger. Don't get as brighter colors as they mature, but they are still a weird box shape. That is a boxfish. Look at it. You can't really surpass that, can you, with like weird coolness? What are we gonna try? We have a heap of Corydorus. Okay, these are South American, peaceful catfish. Looks like bronze, albinos, peppards. As you can see on the screen, I think we have quite a lot of them. That's not Corydorus. More Corydorus. And did I see another couple of bags of Corydorus? Oh, no, they're not Corydorus. We have some native Australian catfish. Check out the whiskers on those. They are so cool. Those are Tandanus catfish. They're a decent size too. Perfect time if you want a cool pet catfish. These will survive unheated in Brisbane. So they'll survive from like 5 degrees all the way up to about 30, 35 degrees as long as you've got a lot of oxygen in your tank. They get huge. These get between 60 and 90 centimeters. That's like a meter long. Otherwise called an eel tail catfish because their tail looks like a eel when they're a catfish. But yeah, it's so cool. You can have a group of them, you can just have one. When they do mature, they can get a little bit territorial, but if they're grown up together, they're generally pretty chill. You will need a big tank or a pond for one of these. I've kept quite a few of these over the years. They are awesome catfish. So you want something cool and native, now is your chance. I think we only got 10 of them to see what size, but they're a decent size. If there's any more available, I will get some in our next order because they are pretty impressive. Back to South America, we have, looks like silvertip. No, they're not silvertip. Buenos Aires Tetras. They are tiny little Buenos Aires Tetras. Wow, they are small. Haven't got their red on them in the bag, but as you can see in the tank, hopefully, there is red on their fins there. So they are a nippy fish from South America. If you keep these with guppies, they'll act like piranhas and they will nip all the fins off your guppies. But if you keep them with bigger barbs like you saw just before and slightly bigger Central American fish, they are going to be fine. Very, very cool Tetras. Pristilla Tetras. So these are a little bit more peaceful, otherwise known as X-ray Tetra because you can see through them. They have awesome little black and yellow tips to their fins and a little bit of red on the tail. Pretty schooling fish. Go fine with most other Tetras. They'll be fine with the Buenos Aires Tetras, but they'll also be fine with neons and stuff like that. More Corydorus. Yes, we have more Corydorus. So these are pygmy cories, called pygmy cories because they're small. And they're Corydorus. Who would have even thought, eh? Awesome schooling. They will go in the middle of the tank as well as the bottom. They sort of swim because they're so little. Really, really great for small planted tanks. Obviously don't keep them with big fish that are going to eat them because the big fish are going to eat them. And that's not a good thing for them. Anyway, we have wiggly fish, we have coolie loaches. These are Southeast Asian fish. Peaceful, they look like eels, they look like snakes, but they're not. They're a loach. Loach is like a fish. Yeah, loach is a fish. Loach is like an eel, but not an eel. It's a fish. Stripey. Very cool. Schooling again, you want a group of them. They will not eat any fish. They will try and nibble on shrimp if they can catch them. But very, very, very peaceful. And we have some Southeast Asian fish again. So these are opaline gouramis. These are a line-bred version of your blue gouramis, which is just a really nice light and dark blue motley pattern. Get a decent size. Peaceful. They have little whiskery things underneath them. As you can see, they're whiskery things. Pretty peaceful. They're not going to eat neons or anything like that. You don't have to have a group of them. You can have one in a tank or a group. If you have two, sometimes one will chase the other one around. So they're a nice bigger fish if you just want one nice big fish with your smaller fish, or if you want a group of them in a bigger tank. And we have chocolate gouramis. They are a pretty awesome gourami. Obviously called chocolate gouramis because they're chocolate colored, not flavored. They are fish flavor, apparently. Very small, peaceful. They are mouth brooders, which means that female lays eggs, male incubates them in his mouth. Kind of weird, but very cool fish to breed. They will survive very, very acidic water. So you want your pH below 7 for these guys and girls. that are really, really nice little peaceful fish in a heavily planted tank. Got those guys. There we go, Cardinal Tetras. Very cool. A lot bigger than a neon, and they have the red belly where the neons have the white belly. So neon, no, I was going to call them neon tetras. They're not, they're Cardinal Tetras. Cardinal Tetras are back in stock. Awesome fish for planted tanks. We have Chinese sucking catfish. Yep, lots of sucking catfish. They will get big. They will survive temperate water, but they will suck on big, slow-moving fish like goldfish, so you don't want to mix them with your goldfish. So, peaceful, bigger fish that can hold their own. We have more Southeast Asian fish, so those are Harlequin Rasbora. Like a tetra, they're called a lamb chop Rasbora because apparently they have a lamb chop pattern. Kind of weird what people name stuff, but Rasbora, super peaceful, schooling, same as your tetras and that. What we got there? Oh, we have cherry barbs. Everyone's favourite, very cool, super peaceful, look great in a planted tank with neons and all that sort of stuff. If you want something nice and red and peaceful, they are the fish to go for. More wiggly stuff, so these are Coolie Loaches. These are the black Coolie Loaches. So like the stripy ones, but they don't have stripes. They're actually different species, not line bred of the normal ones, but technically they're brown chocolate. Why do they call them chocolate Coolie Loaches? I'm pretty sure I say this every time. They should probably call them chocolate Coolie Loaches, but they don't. They're black Coolie Loaches. They're not black. And I think more neon tetras. That was all in there. Now we're going to jump to our super cool Texas cichlids. Check these out. That is mum, that is dad, and they have a whole lot of fry. So if you do want some of these awesome super green Texas, we have a heap of them in the shop available. These are just one of the many batches of babies we've grown up in the last year or so, so we have lots of different sizes. Very cool. Obviously they come from Texas because they're Texas cichlids. Let's jump to more boxes. There's two boxes. Hey. There's two boxes of fish with about, how many you reckon? About 150 fish that are exactly the same. But the first bag, we have Pacific Blue Eyes. Yeah, they are. They are Pacific Blue Eyes. Yes, they are. So Pacific Blue Eyes are a little native fish, perfect for frog ponds. They will survive slightly alkaline water, so you don't want to keep them acidic. Anything from a pH of 7 to about nearly a pH of 8, as long as you slowly have them stabilized at that pH, they'll be fine. Obviously, the higher the pH, the more toxic ammonia is, so you don't want to just dump them in a pH of 8 with a little bit of ammonia, but they are a really, really good frog pond fish. So if you want something that's less likely going to eat tadpoles, still the big ones of these are going to eat tadpoles and frog eggs, but the smaller ones won't. Awesome native fish. They're called a blue eye because they have a lovely blue eye. We seem to have an empty bag. Golden fishes. So obviously these are gold comets or your simple normal goldfish. Goldfish get big. They get around 30-40 centimeters. They do not grow to the size of the tank or the pond. That's a bit of a myth. So if you have a little goldfish in a little bowl, it will die before it gets too big. So the whole growing to the size of the tank thing, no. You want about 60 liters per goldfish. All goldfish will grow if you give them the right conditions, which is your water quality and food. Very cool. There's some white ones in there. There are some lovely red and white. It's not really red, it's more gold. No, it's orange. They should be called orange fish. We do actually get gold comets from time to time. That was bag number 1. Here is bag number 2. I have a horrible suspicion there are multiple bags and there are other things in there. So that was box number 1. We're going to go to box number 2. Did you miss me? It's not hard to miss me. We have more. Oh, I just saw one with really awesome red tail. Okay, there's some white and red comets that are pretty cool in there. Look at that one. You can see them in the bag. Really noticeable red tail. So there are more comets and more comets, as we said. decent size. So these will all turn into massive big fish. As I said, perfect for ponds and all that. More Pacific blue eyes. Too sure why they're in 2 bags, but we have more of them as well. And the last thing, we have lots of female guppies. So you've seen multiple male guppies in my videos. These are more female guppies. These are only little tiny girls. If you want a discount to all that, just use the word on the screen right there. There it is. Come in, say that word, you will get a discount on any fish and any bits and pieces in the shop. You can also use that online if you want to get all that sort of stuff. We have 2 litre prime back in stock. There it is there, 2 litre prime. That's a dechlorinator. And if you like this video, click the thumbs up so I know. If you want to watch other cool videos, there'll be some on the screen there and there and there. Enjoy. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you in the next unboxing video or fish room video or video about my ants escaping, which happened just the other day. That's one of these videos here somewhere. See you in the next one. Bye.